Hi Dario. First of all, team news. Any new absences? Has everyone come back from international duty all right?
As far as we know, so today's the day off. We think everyone's okay. We'll see tomorrow once they all come in. I think maybe a couple might come in this afternoon just to get checked. But I think from all reports, everyone's okay. No one's flagged anything, which is always good news. But we'll assess them tomorrow. Obviously, sometimes with the little bit longer flights like Kiko and Jorlin that are coming from Brazil and Japan. So we'll just assess their jet lag, how they slept, and then we'll make a decision on their training load.
Yeah, and no real big concerns with Fran Kirby. Obviously, she missed the Germany game, but did play half an hour against South Africa.
Yeah, no, she's okay. Saw her yesterday. She came in as well just to get a bit of treatment. So no, she said she feels okay. So it was just from the United game where she made a block at the end and it sort of just tweaked her knee. So it was just around the capsule, I think. So nothing too major, thankfully. And it was nice to see her get on the pitch. And I'm sure always an honour to represent your country, and especially in England as well. And it was a good game, and it was nice to see her get on and get off the pitch with no injuries.
It's some great news for Kiko, winning the Asian Football Confederation's Player of the Year award. And she hit the ground running here with that hat-trick. Maybe had to be a little bit more patient in the last few games in terms of first team opportunities, but great news for her to get that, and just shows that Brighton got an incredible player as well. Yeah,
no, she's been really, really good. So adapting as well, still learning the language as well, which is sometimes can be tricky, and there's a lot of changes in a game as well. So sometimes a little bit difficult to get that message to her, and so she's doing well. She's trying to learn as quickly as possible. So yeah, we're just trying to find the right times. She started really, really well, and it takes time to adapt as well, coming from a new country. So we're patient with her. We know her quality, and I'm no doubt she'll be back out there soon to show everyone those qualities. Yeah,
because that's about the new Women's Super League broadcast deal that was announced yesterday. It's been described as historic and groundbreaking, and how much can that help to grow the game further? And second on that point, really, there's so much football, right? Is it about where all those extra games are actually scheduled to make sure that people don't have to go and find it, for example?
I don't think you can ever say there's too much football. So look, it is awesome, the support behind the women's game, and I think it's deserved. So I think it's the girls are showing that they can play, that it's entertaining, it's good football, and it's only getting better and better. We had a record crowd at the Amex come out to watch against United, so it's growing, and we need everyone in all the fans, all the broadcasters, everyone to continue that support and that growth beyond the game, because I think the growth has been rapid. It's been very, very quick, and the Women's World Cup, I was lucky enough that it was in Australia to be a part of that. Probably a country that's not known as football being the number one sport, if we're being honest. But on a weekday in the middle of the day in Melbourne, the stadium's full. So the interest is there. And people wouldn't go if it wasn't a good product. So it's awesome to see, and I think it still has still a lot more that it can grow, which is really exciting. Yeah,
and just finally from me on Leicester, they have a new head coach themselves, and Amandine Miquel, and she did a fantastic job at Reims last year, getting into the top 4 into the playoffs in France. What do you make of the job she's doing at Leicester?
Yeah, good. So we know it's going to be a tough game. We played them in the pre-season, so we've already had a bit of a hit out, but we know that was a while ago. It's both ourselves and them. They've got maybe a clearer idea now of both teams, of how they play. So yeah, looking forward to it. We've got a shorter week to prepare, so we've had I think 5 or 6 girls training for the week, but we've made the most of it. We're looking forward to it, and looking forward to another really tough game on the weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dario, it's like a double-edged sword, isn't it? It's great to have international players, but you don't get to work with them. How challenging, and is that a different challenge for you, having come here?
No, I had a similar one, to be fair, in Melbourne, where I was probably in a 6-week pre-season. I lost my whole squad for 2 weeks of that pre-season with a window. So it's not ideal for a coach, but I also know the privilege and the honour that it is to go and play, and how excited people are to, especially if you play at home in front of your friends and your family, and everyone that's helped you throughout your career. So it is a nice honour. For me, it's just most important that they come back in one piece, that they're okay, and thankfully they're all good. So we work with the ones that are here as best as we can to continue improving individually, and then from tomorrow we'll be back as a squad and preparing for Sunday's game.
And in terms of that interest and a new TV deal, the international games recently probably shown an appetite when you see the crowds, and that's something to build on.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's not just in England, it's also throughout the world. I know with the Matildas, they basically, anytime there's a game in Australia, it's sold out, and that's been for a couple of years now. So, it's nice to see that all over the world, and with the European qualifications that were going on, big games, good turnouts, a lot of excitement. I know the Euros are coming as well, so that'll be another exciting time that is starting to build for the players as well. They want to be in those squads, so there's all those extra motivations that probably aren't taken into consideration. But it will be nice as well when we have a lot of players that achieve their dreams to play in these, first for their national team and then to play on the biggest stage for their national team. So it's something that I'm probably, being a former player, that I know well about. So it's just trying to give them every chance to be a part of that. And then when I get those emails to say they've been selected, it affects my training, but I am inside very happy for them that they have been selected and they can go and have that honour.
When you arrived, you said you wanted to sort of unsettle the establishment. I know it's early days, but how do you feel you've started in that quest?
I guess okay. We've had some really good games, some tough games too. Still learning a lot because I'm still quite young in my coaching career. So only my third year. My first I took over a day before the season started. It's been good, and that's sort of what we set out to achieve, to play our way, and to try go out and win and develop the players as well individually, and then collectively that makes us also a lot better. So massive compliments to the girls and all the staff and everyone working and helping the women's side. It's a team effort. And we just want to continue to get better and keep challenging, and we know that starts with a tough game against Leicester this weekend.
And how different is that challenge of Leicester? I mean, they've ground out some results. They seem quite resilient, difficult to beat.
Yeah, they are. So we know that firsthand from that friendly game, and they've evolved more. So we know we probably will need to be patient on the weekend. That they're defensively very, very good, very dangerous in transition moments. So we have to be careful with the ball, where we look to play and not to carelessly give the ball away, where they will hurt you. They've got good players as well. They can play as well. But so we know it's a tough game. We'll prepare as best as we can over the 2 days leading in, and we're looking forward to going back home and having a good crowd come out to Crawley and hopefully have a nice afternoon and again just try go out and win the game.